What if your rent doubled, your Starbucks latte cost $15, and Netflix was more expensive than gas? Sounds crazy, right? But that nightmare could start with something invisible. A quiet plan to chip away at the US dollar. Right now, 80% of world trade depends on one thing, the dollar. It's like America running the world's biggest casino, and every country has to use our house chips. But here's the twist. 5 rising powers, called BRICS, are quietly running a behind-the-scenes plan to build their own chips. And if it works, it could rewrite the rules of global money. Sounds impossible? So did the fall of every empire currency before the dollar. So the real question is, can BRICS actually pull off their secret plan to dethrone the most powerful money on Earth? Let's find out. Before you scroll away thinking this is just another boring finance debate, here's why it's personal. Every price tag you see, every paycheck you earn, every subscription you pay, all depend on the dollar. The dollar feels untouchable, but history says no currency lasts forever. They rise, dominate, then collapse. And BRICS thinks they've found a cheat code. Imagine half the casino players slamming the table and saying, "Nope, we're making our own chips." The question is, do they actually have the firepower to pull it off? Or is this just another bluff? Stay tuned, because this tension is at the heart of the world's biggest money battle. Here's why this fight even matters. The dollar isn't just money, it's the world's operating system. Oil trades? Dollars. Global debt? Dollars. Emergency savings? Dollars. When Argentina panics, they buy dollars. When Europe wobbles, they buy dollars. Everyone trusts it. Replacing it wouldn't just tweak a few numbers. It would be like deleting iOS off every iPhone and forcing the world to learn a whole new code. That's why this isn't just a currency story. It's the foundation of everything you buy, sell, or save. Now, here's the part most people miss. BRICS isn't just talking. They're quietly building the tools to cut America out of the game. China and Russia are already bypassing the dollar in oil trades. India is testing local currency deals. Brazil is cutting direct deals with China. Collectively, BRICS controls over 25% of global GDP and 40% of the world's population. On paper, that's enough to create a new currency tied to gold, oil, or other real assets. Instead of trading in dollars, they could run their own closed system. And here's the kicker. Every one of these deals looks small on its own, but together, they're part of a much bigger behind-the-scenes plan that the dollar hasn't faced in decades. Sounds unstoppable, right? Not so fast. BRICS is kind of a dysfunctional family. China and India are border rivals. Brazil's economy swings like a roller coaster. Russia is drowning in sanctions. South Africa is small and politically shaky. They all want to dethrone the dollar, but they don't fully trust each other. It's like 5 roommates trying to split rent. One's broke, one's bossy, and 2 can't stand each other. Building a stable shared currency is messy, maybe even impossible. And that's before we even ask, would the rest of the world even use it? And don't think this is just theory. Every empire thought their money was invincible until it wasn't. The British pound ruled global trade for centuries. Then 2 world wars drained Britain, and the dollar took over. Before that, the Dutch guilder ran the show until its empire collapsed. The lesson is clear. No currency lasts forever. The throne always changes hands. The dollar feels permanent, but history says nothing stays on top forever. So, can BRICS collapse the dollar tomorrow? No. The US still has the deepest financial markets, the strongest military, and the most trusted system. But every oil deal in yuan, every gold stockpile in Moscow, every rupee trade Brazil signs is another crack in the dollar's armor. The real threat isn't a dramatic overnight collapse. It's a decades-long plan, a slow erosion. And the scariest part? You won't notice it happening until one day you wake up and the dollar isn't king anymore. Here's the truth. This isn't just a Wall Street story. Your rent, your groceries, your savings, all tied to the dollar. The real question, can America adapt, or are we already watching the first chapter of decline? That is it for today. Watch these videos, and I will see you there. And subscribe to never miss any uploads, and the next video will make you question this generation. Wait till then.